Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are here on our way into Princess Juliana in the ATR 72 Caribbean Airlines livery. Looking mighty sharp today, if I do say so myself. It's like Barbuda up there on the left side of the screen. So, what we're doing today is basically having a look at Real Environment X again. After having noticed over the course of the past couple days that the weather over open water in the sim is once again basically blank. I mean, there's nothing there, and so I mean, when you're over top of different islands, you can see some weather, but over open water, there's nothing, and that's originally why I got Real Environment X probably close to a year ago, last summer sometime. Because I just noticed that there was never any weather over the water, and I tend to fly over the water quite a bit, and so I decided to have a look at that, and it's worked out very well. So after having noticed the last couple days, or the last maybe couple weeks, really, that there wasn't any weather over the water again, I decided to have another go, and so here we are again. So let's see, we'll go FWS recall. Where are we here? FWS recall. That is good. Landing elevation is good. Let's see what the weather is here in Princess Juliana. It's 1300 Zulu. What time is it right now? Close to 1700 Zulu, so that's not going to do us much good. So let's have a look here in Navigraph. Get some weather. Winds are 100 at 9 knots. Altimeter 1017. Alright, 1017. So let's do some performance calculations here. 1017. Transition altitude is 6,500 feet. So put that in. Altimeter is 1017. Winds are 1009 knots with no gusts. And so that should give us a landing approach speed of 110 knots. So that's good to go. So now let's see what else we have to do here. FMS nav performance set check, all good there. Decision height is 700 feet. So set that. That's clearly not. I'm looking at that right now. I'm kind of wondering what that is. That's normally the radar altimeter, 2,450 feet. We're clearly not. Maybe 2,450 feet above the clouds. Maybe that's what it's giving us. But I do think that it is pretty tempting to have a look at, let's do our arrival briefing here, to have a look at Active Sky and see what that's all about. I've never used Active Sky in any of the previous sims, so it would be new to me. There's our flight plan for today. So the approach, I'm going to be looking at final approach course 096, last source glide slope intercept is 1700, minimum 700, airport elevation 0, minimum sector altitude 4100 feet around the airport reference point being this right here, the middle of the runway, so 25 nautical miles around that airport reference point. 4100 feet is a minimum safe altitude. Missed approach, climbing right turn direct on bed and hold. The hold would be a teardrop entry, which would be outbound minus 30, so 140 minus 30 would be 110, be a left hand turn to 110 degrees. 1 minute hold, so we fly outbound for 1 minute. Standard rate right hand turn around to an inbound course of 320 degrees. So we've got some altitudes here. 2 miles to Maypon is 1340. 1 mile to Maypon is 1020. So 320 feet per nautical mile, which is a standard descent rate. See here, Avaki, which are going to be coming from Ilopo. It's 44 miles down to 2,600 feet. Umana, then a right-hand turn, Avaki. And Avaki is 10.2 miles. Come down to 1,700 once we're inside Avaki, and then we've got the constant descent final approach inside, starting at Lessor. Constant descent final approach is where your FMC calculates kind of a pseudo glide slope for you to follow. Have a look at the weather here real quick. Well, first of all, we've got Pappy's. Mist is 4,000 direct on bed. Have a quick look at the weather once again. Alright, winds are 100 at Niner. First of all, this is from 1600 Zulu, so this weather is 34 minutes old, which is good. Winds are 100 at 9 knots. Variable 070 to 130. Visibility is unlimited. Few clouds at 2,200 feet. Temperature 31 dew point 23. QNH 1017. No significant weather, so we're pretty happy with that. I always like to look at the airport and get an idea of where I'm looking to exit as well. Probably have to use the turnaround and vacate on Delta. So that's good. Let's have a look now on 2895. So get back in the airplane here. Is 128.95. Let's see if we've got any tower here. Alright, 128.95. 127.65. ATIS information Bravo. Anyone Alright. So we're pretty good here. Get rid of that. We're coming up on top of descent here. I don't know why my keyboard is acting all funny. Juliana, approach Caribbean 256.
River 256, Juliana for squawk 3134.
3134 for Caribbean 356. Alright, 3134. Alright, there we go.
Caribbean 256 identified, direct to Umana, Uniform Mike Alpha, November Alpha, expect the hour from 10, descend to 3000 feet, QNH 1017.
Alright, direct Umana, descend, maintain 3000, and expect the RNAV 10 for Caribbean 256. Alright, so we are direct Umana at this time. So it's going to take forever. I was using my Honeycomb Bravo there. It's going to take forever. Okay, there's 3000. Okay. So I'm gonna go work in speed mode here. So off we go. And just see, looks like it should be Nevis, I would think. Or that's either St. Kitts or that should be St. Kitts right there, and then there is St. Eustatius, which is one of my favorite little islands. There's some power out here. Alright, so everything's set there. Let's go our approach. Alright, seatbelts on, landing lights, altimeters, cabin altitude. So we'll check cabin altitude at 10,000 feet. There's Saba. St. Bart's over here.
KLM 343 holding short runway 10 on Bravo.
10343, do you need to backtrack? KLM 343, do you need a full length?
Okay, I don't need a full length.
KM 343, roger. After airborne, turn right, crosswind. Runway 10, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. After takeoff, turn right, crosswind. KM 343.
Let's have a look real quick. Cabin altitude is decreasing, that's what we're looking for. We're going to activate the approach speed here, so bring some power out. Seatbelt signs on.
10343, where are you going? I showed you on a crosswind, not downwind.
Okay, I'm going on crosswind, I think now. KM 343.
10343, clear to leave the Delta airspace, proceed on course. Clear 256 is Umana, clear the Umana, clear for the RMP runway 10 approach, report on final.
Cleared for the RNAV 10, we'll report on final for Caribbean 256.
Turn 343, maintain all navigation.
Maintain on navigation of KM 343.
Okay, altimeters, cabin altitude is good. Airspeed is good. Quick look up top here. So funny, I rarely get a chance to just fly anymore. And I kind of feel like I haven't flown this plane in quite a while. If I was in the if I was in the 737, I'd be a little bit more nervous about the landing. This airplane handles very, very nicely. So, just about to get down into the clouds here. Fast to go. Should break out at 2200 per the weather. So we'll see here. Once we get to Umana, We'll go flaps 15. Be a 6 mile right base. So things are looking pretty good right now. Nice to be out flying again. A little bit of juice here in the turn. Remember to report final. Those are kind of the little things that can slip on you when you're not flying on VATSIM regularly. Alright, speed checks for flaps 15. Dial this down to 1700. Bring the power back just a little bit, and there we are. VFP is in backup. And this is definitely different than live weather would have been. So I think it's time to look into active sky and see if it's maybe worth doing. The local, like the localized weather. Julian approach Caribbean 256 turning final 10.
Caribbean 256 Yankee, winds 122 degrees, 9 in Australia 10, clear to land.
Clear to land 10, Caribbean 256. Quick look at our lights. Lights are good. And VFP is captured. So we'll let the speed come down here just a little bit. Missed approach altitude is 4,000, so we'll dial that in. Actually, no, we won't. Yeah, we will. Alright, there's Lessor, that's 5 miles. We'll go gear down. And we'll go flaps full. 16, descending 700. about 108 knots. And yacht in are all pilot away. Right, crosswind, you can see that. You know, I mentioned in a recent video how sometimes the ghosting tends to come and go.
Approaching minimum.
And it seems to, it's pretty bad today. I don't know why. And this is DLSS DLAA, so it really shouldn't be too bad.
Minimum.
Continuing.
Minimum.
KLM 343, leaving control airspace, Moscow Unicorn 122.8, good day.
Monitor Unicorn 122.8, KLM 343, good day.
500.
Okay, airspeed's good, vertical speed is good. Got one red. A little bit more power out here. Get back over towards center line here a little bit better.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, get that nose down and pegged. Wasn't the best landing in the world, wasn't the worst either. Not too bad.
For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the fasten seatbelt sign is switched off. The aircraft
Come down, make use of the turnaround here.
We have parked at the gate of the shop and it's safe for you to move out. Before you leave us, please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board.
So like I said, not too bad for
When opening the overhead locker,
considering the time off, really. I haven't flown the ATR in a good while.
If you are traveling on any other Caribbean Airlines service, you are required to surrender all duty-free liquids to our security agent. We'll return it to you at the door of your next departing flight. If you require
But this is pretty much what it looks like today in St. Martin. I mean, that's what
we wish you a safe and pleasant
what the Maho Beach webcam is showing is basically broken low layer like this, which is very typical.
Super 256, back to runway 10, taxi, Victory via Charlie, taxi on discretion, good day.
Taxi via Charlie, and do you have a preferred parking for Caribbean 256?
Caribbean 256, negative, you can take anyone you want.
Roger, Caribbean 256, thanks for your help today. Alright, we'll bring the flaps up here. And we'll vacate Charlie. Frontier is over there, which is probably live VATSIM traffic.
And Juliana departure at departure flight 219. We have information Bravo looking for you into San Juan.
Into flight 319er, Roger, clear San Juan via radar factor departure. For runway 10, initial climb to flight level 150, squawk 0157.
Okay, clear to San Juan, we have reference to Dodger. Initial climb is 100, then 150, you squawk 0157.
Into flight 319, readback is correct and report ready for pushback.
Roger, we'll call you for pushback, frontier, flight 219.
Here's Alpha 1. We'll take, looks like they're waiting for us over here at Bravo 2. So we will kindly take that. So I'm not really quite sure what, I mean, aside from cloud turbulence, I'm really not sure what active sky is supposed to have that Real Environment X does not. So we'll put in the prop brake here. And we'll let the people free. So again, I'm not really sure what, besides that one particular thing, that active sky is supposed to have. That Real Environment X does not. So looking pretty sharp today. Love this livery. And I think if you'll find, if you go on YouTube and look at the Maho Beach Cam, this is pretty much what it looks like today. So we've got everything set up. External power is available. We'll turn that on. And that'll do it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the flight. And let me know what you guys think about Real Environment X, what you think of what this looks like. And as a matter of fact, what I'll do, let me turn off. Let me stop weather synthesis here. And then let's go live weather and see what the difference is.
Juliana approach, hello, this is Sky Charter 301 requesting IFR clearance to Naples.
And you can see
Sky Charter 301, Juliana approach, clear to Naples via radar factor departure, runway 10.
And you can see that there's no weather. And if we go back in, turn the live weather off, go to clear skies, then what happens is that layer that was out there is gone. And then if I once again turn on Real Environment X, You'll see here in a second what we get. Just injecting the weather now. And there you go. And then you get these low, puffy clouds that are very, very typical in the Caribbean. You get these all the time. This is basically what it looks like all the time, like 1,500 to 2,000 feet in the islands. And real weather is great when it's doing something. I'm not quite sure why it's not right now, but it's not. So, in any event, I will end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll talk soon.